Every so often, God will do a surprise inventory check on your friends. Something like an inspection. So, inspection, it says a careful examination or checking or testing of an individual against established standards. Surprise, as a noun, an unexpected or astonishing event, fact, or thing. Used as a verb of something unexpected cause someone to feel mild astonishment or shock. You ever have a situation happen in your life and it really shows you who's really around on your side? You be like, man, I thought this person would never be like this, or I never thought they would treat me like this, or whatever, like that. God always does. I call them surprise inventory checks. When situations, he uses situations, and all of a sudden you see somebody. 1 Corinthians 4 and 5. Therefore, judge nothing before the proper time. Wait until the Lord comes. He will bring light to what is hidden in darkness and will expose the motives of men's hearts. At that time, each will receive his praise from God. So wait on God and God to expose if somebody has a hidden agenda or some unpure motives towards you. Job 12 and 22. He reveals the deep things of darkness and brings deep shadows into light. Matthew 10 and 26. So do not be afraid, for nothing is concealed that will not be uncovered, or hidden that will be made known. The word expose makes something visible, typically by uncovering it. Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. This is why you don't got to worry about it. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it is good or whether it is evil. 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. So with that being said, it's not saying that they're bad people, but sometimes you have to distance yourself from certain people. I don't let nobody back in my life that has done anything wrong until God tells me to. You know what I'm saying? Because if they become jealous or if they act a certain way, or you know what I'm saying, just literally disrespecting you or treating you wrong or anything like that, you got to be careful, because at that point, we're talking about their temper. So let's get back into the word. Proverbs 22 and 24. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered. Verse 25. Or you will be like them and endanger your soul. So we got to be careful and protect our soul. How people say, oh, well, if they were like that, they never were friends. Yeah, they can be friends, but at some point, if they become jealous, that's when you might have to, say cut it off or anything like that. And we talk about temper. So what is a temper? It says a person's state of mind, seen in terms of their being angry or calm, the degree of hardness or elasticity in steel or other metal. 1 Timothy 4 and 2, it talks about having a seared conscience. That's why we got to be careful. If a person is jealous of you or whatever, then they have a seared conscience, because God would not bless you to make a person jealous. You know what I'm saying? God blesses you and he allows them to see the blessing so that they can know, what, if God blessed them, then God will bless me. But that's why the Bible tells us to put away like jealousy and envy and everything like that. 1 Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you as though some strange thing were happening unto you. So like I tell people all the time, life never catches God by surprise. It catches us by surprise. But that's why we got to be prepared. We got to have on the full armor and everything like that. And God's just trying to show you. So like you're saying, like, God's word say put away jealousy and envy. 1 Peter 2 and 1. 1 John 4 and 1. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirit to see if they are from God or not. Because a lot of people will, speak and will say stuff, and sometimes it may sound good, but is it really good for you? Sometimes people are unqualified to give us advice. So I'll give you an example. A person may be good with money, so they may know how to invest it, they may know how to save it and everything like that. You'd be like, oh my goodness, this person's good with money. And then you try to go to them for relationships. They might not be good for you with giving you advice on relationships. You might can only go for them for money, because there could be somebody that's in a relationship, they've been in there for like 20 years, and saying they've been cheating on this person the whole time, and then all of a sudden You know what I'm saying? They sit there telling you, oh, well, just do what I did. You know what I'm saying? Just take care of the home, and, and I'm a great person at home and stuff like that. But I do that. And like, that's not a person that can give you qualified advice. So that advice is not going to work for you if you want a healthy marriage or anything like that. That's why we got to be careful, because sometimes we see these social media people and then they just kind of blow up, and it's just like, you see things and they be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna go with what they said. Nah, we got to test the spirits or anything. I said on a post a long time ago, I said, if I stop following God, stop following me. It's just that plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Because the spirit will bear witness, and you be like, you know what, okay, what I'm saying? Because I always ask, God to help me, and put out what he wants to put out, not what I want to put out. Matthew 15:14, it says, let them alone, they are blind leaders of the blind. If the blind lead the blind, both shall fall in a ditch. Now, sometimes there could be some people that they mean well, but it's not good. I had somebody tell me, oh, you need to stop following Jesus, and you need to stop doing these videos, and, saying you shouldn't care about these people or whatever like that. And it's just like, why would I listen to them? If I wouldn't, if I would listen to them, there were so many people that, are touched by what I say, people that come to my inbox and they say thank you and stuff like that, the encouragement. And that's not saying that the person, meant bad, but they just say, why would you waste your time? And it's like, I'm not wasting my time. It's what God called me to do. Saying there's benefits to this, there's peace, saying, and I really enjoy it. I love helping people. The one time, I asked God, I said, God, look at this world, look at all this stuff that's happening and everything, this negative, this over here and that over there. And I asked God, I said, God, what you going to do about it? And he said, what you going to do about it? And it just switched. I mean, think about it. We got so much negativity on Facebook, Instagram, all the social media outlets or whatever like that. Everybody putting out negative if they want to. I mean, there should be a place, or multiple places where you can go that is nothing but positive, uplifting, so maybe some funny here and there, saying something that we can do to help people, because, that's what we don't get a lot of, what I'm saying? I see people all the time like, oh, I got to stop looking at Facebook. And it's just like, some people I had to unfriend, some people I had to unfollow, because, they just like to just share so certain things, and I'm just not into that, what I'm saying? And nothing against them, but look, it's their page, what I'm saying? I'm not here like, oh, I'm gonna report it because they said, nah, I don't have to follow it. It's just that simple. I don't have to be their friend, what I'm saying? If they, if they want to post that, then that's on them. But like God was saying, John 16:33, these things I have spoken to you, so that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take courage, I have overcome the world. A lot of times people, they look at it like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that so and so walked out my life, or they don't be bothered. That's a blessing. That's a loss is actually a gain for you. I mean, do you really want somebody that's, when they have that negative energy and all of a sudden they just keep draining your positive energy? I had people like that, what I'm saying? It's just, they were like chronic complainers, like no matter what. And they were just like, oh, God this, God that. And it's just like, what I'm saying? And some people, it's because you don't understand God. But if you don't fill yourself up with the word, then you'll never understand what God's trying to do. And also, he's trying to tell you that there is timing in that. And also, too, what I'm saying, those people that walk out of your life, pray for them. Because when we pray for people, we got to give God a chance to work on them. It's not like we're going to pray it overnight. All of a sudden, they be like, ha ha, I'm different. No, God works on them in his ways and his timing and stuff like that. And that's where God is trying to get us at. So that's why God does these surprise inventory checks, because, what I'm saying, think about it. If they knew that an inspection was coming, what I'm saying, you prepare for it. What I'm saying? But those situations in life that hit us, what I'm saying, they're not prepared. All of a sudden, they people act a certain way, but they still do deserve our prayers and things like that. And even if they become your enemies, or temporary enemies, God says still pray for them. What I'm saying? And you can love people from a distance and pray for them. What I'm saying? But some people is just like that. What I'm saying? They spirit has become contaminated. Or like it says there, they have seared conscience, meaning that, it's hard for them to distinguish right from wrong. What I'm saying? And, maybe I'll teach on that and stuff like that. 'Cause some people are like, well, if they're saying that they're Christian or they're this or they're that, how can they not know right from wrong? What I'm saying? And I'll get on that. So I'll probably talk about that tomorrow. But I just wanted to say that, to just know that if God does that, don't allow nobody back in your life unless God tell them to. But God will place some people around you that will uplift you, and that's what you need to be around and encourage you and celebrate you. That's what you need. People that can be like, you know what, God bless them. You know, they tell you like congratulations and stuff like that. You need people like that around you. That's what it's about. You know, some people think that we have to have a whole entourage of everybody. You know, if people not liking what you're doing and you're doing something positive, then so be it. Because sometimes what you can do is you can say, you know what, I want to build a better me. I want to be better. You know, I want to be better for my children, be better for whatever the case may be. And then some people will see it as in their mind, you trying to be better than me. No, I'm trying to be better than myself. That's all. I'm just trying to be a better me. But sometimes they're, you know what I'm saying, their mind and their thoughts, they're thinking like that or anything like that. So I just want to say that. Love y'all. God bless.